Welcome to the Mainsail News coverage of the Maine Coast series. There's always a lot of things happening here on the Maine Coast every summer. So if you've got a boat to bring along and find something to do down here, there's events for every kind of boat. If you're not bringing your boat, well, why don't you look at some people on the internet and get yourself on the crew list for some of these events. Get yourself on some kind of boat you've never been on before. It's always possible down here. Now, we'd like to thank our sponsors. These sponsors include, of course, the Boothbay Harbor Region Chamber of Commerce, Pallet Sales in Falmouth, Custom Composites in Bath, Dempsey Marine Electric down there in the Cape in Massachusetts, as well as Harbor Embroidery right here in Boothbay Harbor, Maine. I hope you enjoy our coverage in the Maine Coast series. We are starting off with the Boothbay Harbor Rendezvous, and look for us in the near future with our coverage of the Shipyard Cup Regatta, where the boats have to be at least 70 feet to enter, as well as our coverage of the MS Harborfest, which includes the MS Regatta. We'll also be covering the lobster boat races at that event. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, sorry. Well, we started the day with a wonderful waffle breakfast, but it was totally fogged in, and it was a warm, lovely day. It started early. It was clear early, and then it fogged in while we were having breakfast. And then after breakfast, everyone went out to this marker, this first red nun, and the fog decided to remain for about an hour and a half, right? And after about an hour and a half, the committee boat decided to let us go. And the wind had picked up, and it turned out to be a really glorious sail.
Well, it was a great day. We started out in the fog, but it was turned out to be a lovely day. About 10 to 12 knots of breeze. All boats started. We had a couple boats that couldn't make the race, but we came up with about 15 boats today. Great successful start to the Boothbay Rendezvous. I'll let Patty talk now. She's going to talk about the event and the how things are going with the new community sailing center.
Okay. Pauline.
Hey Eric, it's been a long day. My name is Pauline. This event was conceived a number of years ago. Eric and myself and Terry McClinch talked about this event many years ago, and we finally had the opportunity to have our wish come true. And it's our first event, first annual. We're going to work very hard to make this an annual event. We have to think about the fog a little bit. Maybe July might be a better month than August. We've received a tremendous amount of community support. The racers, the sailors that were here today really enjoyed themselves. The venue is amazing. Everyone loves to be in an old shipyard, and this yard in particular is very historic. So we're most appreciative of the opportunity, and thank Terry McClinch, who is the owner of the yard, and thank Eric, who is the president of the yard, for making this all happen. And this all happened for a very special reason, in that the net proceeds from this event will go to benefit Boothbay Region Youth Sailing and the Community Sailing Program. And the sponsors that came forward to support the event were very excited about that opportunity to participate in a regatta rendezvous that would benefit youth. So with that, I will turn the microphone over to Chuck Cook, and he will talk a little bit about our venture into community sailing.
Thank you, Pauline. This is the start of what I hope to be a real tradition here in Boothbay Harbor, to have this kind of a regatta and sponsor the youth sailing events. We've started with the help of Eric, Pauline, and myself. We want to initiate a community sailing program that will bring more kids, have more opportunities to get onto the water and enjoy and the experiences and the knowledge and the discipline and the character building aspects of water sports and water activities. So this is going to be the start of a big program, a long-range program, and it's a wonderful, wonderful beginning. If you don't, one of the adventures in Maine is sailing. Betty, you're dragging the cord. One of the adventures wonderful adventures in Maine is sailing in the fog.
And that was
And
a
most
good
of us are
finishing
in the
shot.
fog most of the time. So, so at any rate, it's nothing new.
I would just like to thank Terry McClinch for taking over and really starting this idea. It was a great success for the first year. We're very happy that everybody was able to come out and join in the celebration, and ultimately with the proceeds benefiting youth sailing. It's just a great venue to really promote that, and hopefully we'll be around for many years to go and be very successful with the project. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And then before you leave, would you have a representative come up and get your awards? Second place, egg yolk. And in first place, Ariel. You should get sick. Funny story about Ariel. Barbara said she didn't even think she was going to race today. She thought she would just wander around and look for the race. She wandered quite well.
I want to say something to Barbara too. She's been the best customer this shipyard has ever had in its 160 years. She's been a customer here for over 30 years. She gets about 30 days and nights, or actually 60 days and nights on the water every summer. And we owe a lot of the success of the yard to her.
The second group of awards is the cruising division, and third place is Zephyr. In second place, Allegro.
Straighten something out here.
And in third place, Allison.
No, I mean, they didn't.
And in the racing division, these are the speedy ones. In third place was Windholm.
This is all going to be in the paper. I can't hear the name.
And in second place, Lady Nelson.
Isn't it? The guy here looks like I'm
And in first place, Apparition.
Thank you. Thank you. And Jimmy. Yeah. I got him and Colbert.
Before we go on to the next group of awards, we'd like to thank our sponsors once again, who, without them, obviously, none of this would have happened. Boothbay Harbor Shipyard, Oliver's, Pinnacle Vodka, the Flying Legends, unfortunately, which we didn't see because it was fogged in. Rideout Marine, Boothbay Region Boatyard, Lakes Boatyard, J. Edward Knight, Nathaniel Wilson, I'm so used to calling that, but Wilson Sailmaker, Ocean Point Marina, Rising Tide, and Wanawa. So thanks to you. Boothbay Region Land Trust, Creative Canvas, Boothbay Region YMCA, and Pines State Trading Company. So thank you all of you very much. We really
Before to give trophies to all the crew members. Yeah, it's very nice.
So if you look at your glasses, before you go too far, if you were in the classic division and you're got racing ones and racing ones, cruising ones, we gotta bring them all back up.
Nothing to do with this.
And after we're done with the next, just bring them back up and we'll rearrange.
You got the wrong set.
The average age of the crew, and the oldest goes to Zephyr at 67.4.
For that award, she won't make you get up.
Youngest goes to, do we have a number? 30.3 and goes to Allegro.
Yeah, we destroyed the curve.
Okay, next one was and it was very close, but Copenhagen, Denmark came in as the furthest away. Okay, and we have two singing, and we have two groups. Okay, our two groups, Allegro and Eggy, both have songs to sing. And so, Allegro, would you like to go first?
Okay, and the way we're going to score this is by clapping.
Beaver 1, Beaver all, let's all do the beaver call. Beaver 2, Beaver 3, let's all climb the beaver tree. Beaver 4, Beaver 5, let's all do the beaver jive. Beaver 6, Beaver 7, let's all go to beaver heaven. Beaver 8, Beaver 9, stop! It's beaver time! Beaver 10, Beaver...
No, Beaver 9!
Beaver 10, let's all do the beaver again, everybody!
Land, which is second place, won it because they were all ready to start and their alterator went down before the race started. So they couldn't race, but then they got it fixed. And so then they went out to race just before, because we had that long delay. They went out, but they actually didn't start. They didn't cross the finish line. I mean, the starting line. They went around the start line because the racing group was coming first, and they didn't want to get in their way, so they went around, so they were disqualified after everything. So, Elan, would you please come forward? Not only did they get out to the starting line, but while they were waiting, going around and around, waiting for the hour and a half, before the fog lifted, their engine started smoking and exploded. They couldn't go, and if you like, where is Jim? Oh, if you'd like to explain more about why this is not wine glass that will fill an entire bottle of wine. So
That's it. Thanks for checking out our Maine Coast series. Look for all 3 events on the upcoming DVD. Just get a hold of us on the contact section of this website if you're interested. Oh, and we also want to thank Regatta Promotions. Okay, they did a really nice job of putting this event together. So if you have any events coming up along the area that Carter covers there, be sure you get a hold of Regatta Promotions. You'll find them online easy enough. And tell them you found them on Mainsail News TV. Bye now.